We begin this hour with breaking news as San Diego police investigate two separate homicides. One of them happened near the Central Library downtown. That's also close to Petco Park. It happened just after 10 last night in the 300 block of Park Boulevard. Very limited information coming in right now, but we will update you as soon as we learn more.
And more breaking news. San Diego police investigating a homicide, this one in Valencia Park. It happened just before 5 p.m. yesterday, so during the day at 400 South 58th Street. Police say a man in his 30s was shot and later died in the hospital. No word on a suspect description, but police do say there's no threat to public safety. You are asked to call police or Crime Stoppers if you know what happened there.
Busy start to your Thursday here, and crews are working to put out a fast-moving brush fire that is burning in southeast San Diego County. This is near Boulevard. It is 6 a.m. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Irampour. This one is called the Thorn Fire. Look how close to some homes there. Broke out yesterday afternoon, and as of this morning, it has burned about 1,200 acres with no containment.
Yeah, let's take a live look at the evacuation orders. The warnings stand right now. A live look at this map. This is courtesy of CAL FIRE. The red areas under mandatory evacuation orders right now. Please look at your screen if you're in this area. If you live in the yellow areas, you need to be ready to go. Have that go bag ready. We also have an update on road closures. Interstate 8 near Golden Acorn Way now has one lane open in each direction.
We have team coverage for you on this. News 8's Tori Apodaca live at the Golden Acorn Casino, where the Red Cross set up an overnight evacuation center. But let's begin with meteorologist Evan Irani to talk about the conditions there and throughout San Diego. Evan.
Yeah, across the county, we've got either a heat advisory or extreme heat warning. Heat advisory applies along the coast, extreme heat warning everywhere east. That includes Boulevard, where yesterday Boulevard got all the way up to 97.2 degrees. Just goes to show what a tough firefight it can be on the front lines as those afternoon temperatures come about. Right now, over the last about half hour or so, Boulevard's been coming in at about 72 degrees in the overnight stretch. We've noticed a little bit of moisture creep in on the bottom right corner of the screen there. You can see a little bit of green. That's all associated with monsoonal moisture that is way off to the east of us, but could be moving in our direction by the afternoon. We'll hope for a little bit of moisture in that afternoon stretch that could help maybe douse some of those flames. But those showers are going to be fewer and farther between, but we'll keep an eye on them. We'll feel the humidity. Temperatures will be hot again today. Coming up, we'll take a look at the cool down. Very slight, but nonetheless a cool down that we'll see by this upcoming weekend. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Evan. And crews have been working throughout the night to contain the Thorn Fire.
We want to send it out to Tori Apodaca at the evacuation center for the latest. Tori.
Hi, good morning. Right now we are at the Golden Acorn Casino, where you can see just behind me the building where the Red Cross is staged. This is the evacuation shelter. Also on the same lot is the incident command post for this fire. Right now, just behind the camera, I can see CAL FIRE as they're starting to gather. They're going to be having a pre-briefing at 6 a.m., I'm told, and then another one at 7. So hopefully we'll be getting an update very soon here. We do know, though, that the cooler temperatures overnight did help with this firefight so that they could work on some of those containment lines. As far as the communities out there, though, they're no strangers to fires.
One last year was right over this, behind the neighbor's house. Then the other one was just almost exactly like this, and it seems to skirt around the back. But you look at our defensible space, how we've got the trees up off the ground. It's just so important for people in East County to understand that.
Yeah, definitely so important for those communities. But go ahead and take a look at the massive plume of smoke covering the sky as the Thorn Fire burned through the area during the late afternoon into the evening on Wednesday. CAL FIRE says that the fire may have started near a trailer or mobile home in the area of Buckthorn Trail in the Live Oak Springs neighborhood of Boulevard at about 3:30 p.m. on Wednesday, before then spreading to the surrounding vegetation. The winds were fueling the flames, pushing the Thorn Fire in the northeast direction, jumping Interstate 8. Add in the dry vegetation on a hot day, and it made for a challenge. The one structure where it began has been damaged, but crews are still assessing if any other structures have been impacted. Still, on the ground, fire crews were fighting the flames with critical air attack, dropping water and retardant to try and slow the spread. And overnight, the fight also didn't stop. CAL FIRE had 3 night-flying helicopters up. Southeast County communities on edge as they have been watching the sky fill with smoke and haze on Wednesday. People who live around Boulevard, Live Oak Springs, Terra del Sol, and McCain Valley impacted the most. CAL FIRE says many of the people's homes, though in these areas, do have that defensible space, like the gentleman you just heard from, giving them a much better chance against the flames. And again, right now we are out here at Golden Acorn Casino, which is the official evacuation shelter. So if you need to leave those areas, if you're part of those evacuation warnings or you're being told to leave, this is a location where you can come. I can tell you right now, as the sun is coming up, we're not seeing any smoke in the sky. We also can't smell it, at least from our vantage point on the ground here. But of course, we know the firefight still very active. As at last check, it was at 0% containment and it spread about 1,200 acres. Reporting live from Golden Acorn, Tori Apodaca, News 8.
Tori, thank you. CAL FIRE telling us they have been able to stop recent fires fairly quickly thanks to aerial resources they have added this summer. There hasn't been much rain since January, leaving very dry brush across the county. While monsoonal moisture and increased humidity can dampen brush, it can't prevent fires from starting.
The days turn into months of summer and then into late fall until we get that good substantial rain. The fire risk will always be there.
Firefighters are again urging you to avoid activities that can set off sparks, especially during the hottest parts of the day, and make sure there is plenty of defensible space around your home. For the latest on the Thorn Fire, download the free CBS 8 app on your phone or TV.
This morning, loved ones are gathering at Palomar Mountain to search for a missing mother from Oceanside. A vigil was held last night for Angelica Brophy. You see all these people that showed up there. She was last seen July 6th at Harrah's Resort in Valley Center. Brophy's vehicle was found 3 days later in the parking lot of Palomar Mountain State Park by her husband. He found it. That's where family and friends will look for her at 9 o'clock this morning. Less than 3 hours, they're gathering there. Brophy is an emergency department nurse. A friend and coworker says she was moved by the amount of people that attended the vigil.
It's overwhelming to feel the reach that she has. And the amount of support that we've received. It's inspiring in a time of darkness to see these lights just popping out of the community.
Police do say there is no evidence of foul play.
This morning, over 24 people are under arrest after a years-long investigation into a major open-air crack cocaine market. Authorities are charging 30 alleged gang members with running the drug operation on Imperial Avenue, a mile and a half away from Petco Park. Federal authorities say they sold about 20 pounds of cocaine on a weekly basis, with an estimated street value of over $500,000.
The message is simple. San Diego is a paradise, but it is not a gangster's paradise.
Authorities say of the 30 alleged gang members and associates indicted, 28 have already been arrested.
As these high temperatures grip much of San Diego County, many people are headed to the coast. So this is a look at Ocean Beach yesterday. Oh, those dogs are so happy. Officials are reminding you, be sure to stay hydrated. Even when you're at the beach, make sure you have your water ready to drink. Seek shade when it's possible and protect those pets, warning that hot pavement can quickly burn their little paws. The hot weather could be making the South Bay sewage crisis worse. County says the high temperatures could increase hydrogen sulfide emissions in the Tijuana River Valley. And that's what makes it smell like rotten eggs, that hydrogen sulfide. Officials suggest limiting outdoor activities, keeping those windows and doors closed, and use fans or air conditioning to try to clear out some of that air. Wow. Remember, there are cool zones with free air conditioning all around San Diego, including our libraries and community centers. You can find a list under the Help button. Just go to our website, cbs8.com. You can also find more ways to stay safe from this extreme heat on CBS 8 on the app. Download it on your phone or your TV if you don't have it right now, and you can stream us anytime for free.
All right, 6:09 here on this Thursday. I know Evan was mentioning this was a 3-day heat wave stretch yesterday being the kind of the top of it.
Are we over it?
Cooling down, please, today?
So today is the final day, quote unquote, of this heat wave. I want to remind everyone, though, that for the days ahead, temperatures don't move by much. I mean, we'll get a little bit of a slide in temperatures. We're talking maybe 2 or 3 degrees, but that's all we're going to get. It is summer after all. So the temperatures that we've been seeing over the last handful of days for Tuesday through today have been about 5 to 10 degrees above average. From yesterday into today, we're losing about 2 to 3 degrees. From today into tomorrow, we'll lose about another 2 to 3 degrees. Should take us back down to about average, but still pretty warm out there, especially when you factor in the humidity. 79 on average this afternoon, 91 for our inland valleys. Our temperatures out the door right now are mostly in the 60s, 66 up in Fallbrook, 65 in Escondido. We're in 70s for Alpine and Palomar Mountain, and we are a degree away from the 70s in Oceanside, Carlsbad, and downtown San Diego, as well as Chula Vista. Just goes to show that overnight we're not getting a lot of relief. Live look outside at La Jolla shows the overcast skies. The humidity is on tap this afternoon, and it may even trigger a few showers and thunderstorms out toward our local mountains and deserts. You can see on that 5-day forecast how temperatures are going to slide from this afternoon at 91 degrees down to 87 by tomorrow, and then going into the weekend, we'll start to see those clouds roll in each day as well, with temperatures in the mid-80s out there. But again, that live look outside shows that the cloud cover that we've got in the morning is kind of a mix. You've got a little bit of the marine layer present that we saw for almost all of May and June, but for the most part has deteriorated and been able to give us a lot of sunshine earlier on in the day. That helps to warm us up rather quickly. But then on the other side of the county, can't see it from this ocean-facing view, but on the opposite side of the county toward our mountains and deserts, we've got some humidity at hand, and that's allowed for some cloud cover to build, some cumulus clouds, and could even bring in a few showers again toward that afternoon stretch. So those showers will be very hard to pin down. They'll be very sporadic, but it's something we'll watch for throughout the next 5 days as those temperatures slide. Let's check in on traffic. 611 right now. One spot we want to take to is up in North County. And it looks like there's actually 2 spots in play that have been both crashes that have been causing some really minor backups for the last hour or so. There is a crash up on the 5, blocking the center divider in San Clemente on the 5 at El Camino Real. This is the southbound 5. This has not caused any major backups, but it was an injury accident. There's another accident blocking the right shoulder in Camp Pendleton on the 5 southbound right after Las Pulgas. That is also not causing any major backups, but this is still the early 6 o'clock hour. Volume's still really light out there, and we're working to see when CHP can clear both of these, hoping that doesn't lead to any major backups as the morning progresses. Let's check in on your border wait times, see how they're faring. Right now, it is a 125-minute wait at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry going to run you about the same, about an hour, 120 minutes in total. So both of these should take you just about 2 hours to get across.